Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a good day, a good morning, a good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. So I thought I would come back, which is me trying to do my first card since having my hand surgery. And so this might not be a company that everybody is familiar with. You might be, because now they I've known them for a while from Scrapbook Expo, if you happen to get out to one of them, and that's usually where everybody kind of knows them from, which is Scrapbook Expo. And so, but recently here, I'm not sure exactly how long now, might be going on close to a year, they have been featured. Jennifer McGuire finally mentioned him on her channel, not to mention that helped. And then scrapbook.com now is starting to sell their stuff, but they're getting very more popular. So this company happens to be Scrappy Boy. So I have, over the years, of course, like I said, known them from the expo and stuff, and you know, did it, and I've bought in some of theirs, but they have some really cool, interesting stuff that they do with their dies and things. So I'm gonna say go check them out on their channel, or not their channel, but their website. I do believe they do have a YouTube channel, just about like everybody does, and they have some really cool stuff what their design team does. I have no affiliate links, but I will put a link in the description box for you to be able to go over to their website and take a look around and see. Hey, you may never know, you may like something. So recently they came out with a really cool collection that had to do with the what is it, like the pop bands, I want to say. And so really cool, and I thought I would get these to make like some little cards and things for the coffee shop, as well as for LQ shop, which I will start hopefully as I'm getting on the mend, be able to put more cards in there. But anyway, I thought I would just kind of come on and show the little cool collection and how, you know, things are. And so I think I'll go ahead and I'll just go into how the order is. I will start with the really cool papers and things that he came out with. And so as you see, here's just a little idea. So they're 6x9, they're double-sided sheets. You get 4 of each, so it's 24 sheets in total. So there's just a little idea. And so there's the first one, and that's a really pretty pattern. Look at that, like the blues and the purples. And so then if you turn it over, and there's what it looks like on the back side. So yeah, kind of like wavy pattern kind of thing. So there's that one. Look at this one. This one is, it's a bear, but it's a train too. So that's pretty cool. So that's gonna be like good for like kids, you know, card or something. And then when you turn it over, look at that really pretty little like weird pattern there. So there's that. And then you get 4 of this one, and just really pretty, you know, like things. This is the geometric pattern, or yeah. So there's that. And then when you turn it over, you get this. So, oh, it looks like it's a bird, and then it says save the date. So how pretty cool is that? So there's that. So you can either use this side or that side. Here's another one. This looks like it's feathers and wands or something like that. Yeah, something really weird, but a really cool little pattern on there. And so there's that. And so then if you turn it over, here's this, that you're getting like the hearts, and looks like happy faces and paws and things. Yeah, so these are just really weird looking papers. Here's one that's like fire to it. And then if you turn it over, it looks like this on the back. So there's like a lion kind of thing to it. And then you get just 4 of those, or yeah, 4 of those. And then last but not least, you have this pretty pattern. It's got like the diamond accent, but look at all those really pretty rainbow colors in there. And then if you turn it over, there's the fire pattern again. So there's those pretty papers. So we'll put this off to the side. Next we have this in here. So again, this happens to be like off of the K-pop bands and things. So here's like some already like, you know, die cuts and stuff for you that's already been colored and everything that you can use on there. And you get, let's see, I'm not exactly sure how many you get in here. Also, you'll get 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. So you get 30 total. So yeah, so there's all that. And so I won't open them because I know it'll be hard to get in, but if you can, I'll try to zoom in. There you go. So if you want to pause it, and you could capture the screen there, what you get in there. So there's that. Next, we're gonna have these are the dies. So this would be the boy K-pop band, it looks like, and then this one is the die set to cut the girls out K-pop. And then here are some of the stamps in here. So as you can see here, the stamps in here. So you're gonna get mirror mirror on my throne, or on my phone, who's the baddest, us hello, don't hide, you were born to shine, your light drives back the darkness, we're gonna be golden, unstoppable, together we're glowing, you slay, you are fierce. And so there's that. And if you happen to know, there is the movie out, the K-pop movie, really good, orchestrated how it is and stuff like that. So there's the girls, here are the boys. Here's what kind of give you an idea for coloring the sticker sheets. And then so here you're gonna get stamps to say your pure main character energy, fighting spirits look good on you, warning, dangerously charming, powered by rhythm and a little chaos, you're all I can think of, you're my soda pop, you've got that battle ready glow, slay the day, I'm gonna show you how it's done. And then you got, looks like a little devil character, some fire. So yeah, definitely I want to see stamps that are like based out from the movie. So if you want to create a scene and stuff from the movie, there you go. Next you've got like this is all just the recent stuff that came out, so it's gonna be some random things. So there's this one you've got like that makes like a little soda can. Now how cute is that to do that? And so now you got pop soda, so it says you're my pop, or my soda pop, or look, I'm like pop soda. Well, I guess you could change it that way, but anyway, it's soda pop. And then you got like the bubbles and stuff like that to do, so that's gonna be really cute to play with. Next, you've got ramen cup here. Now, look at the size of that. So you've got the ABCs that you can put on there, and yeah, that's the actual size. You get like the chopsticks, and so when you turn it over, here's what the dies look like, stuff like that. So really cute, really fun to play with. Next, we've got you can actually build a theater with the cut aparts and everything. So there's how that looks. So yeah, it's got the chairs in there, the curtains, you can do the spotlight and everything. So yeah. And let's see, does it give the measurements? No, it doesn't. So let's measure. So I'll measure the last one too. So metal to metal die size, this would be roughly about 5 1/4. As the length of that. I think the chairs, yeah, about the same. So the chairs are, come on, man. Yeah, about like 5 1/4. So it'll easily go on like you could probably do like a 4x6 card, I'm thinking. Maybe 5 1/2, but that would be cutting it close. I mean, if you don't want this many chairs, and it depends on how, what you want to do, but if you get clever enough, you can do that. So there's that. So the measurement on the ramen cup, okay, from its tallest point, it's about 4 1/2 by 5 1/4, it looks like. So yeah, so typical A2 size card. So there's that. The letters are, looks like they're about 3/4 of an inch, yeah, tall. So give you some ideas about the letters. So there's that. Also too, this is not new, but it's been out a while, but I have, if you saw from Spellbinders, few months back they came out with the Wizard of Oz dies, and so they have a really cute Oz scene, and so I thought this would be fun to kind of match the two up and create like the yellow brick road going to the castle and everything. And so in there you're gonna be Wee Bit Wicked, Defying Gravity, and of course, you know, with the Wicked movie that came out and stuff like that, I think this would be really fun to cute for make those, you know, for the Wicked fans, or even just a really cute, you know, girl or even a boy who happens to like the Wizard of Oz. So there's that. Next, I picked up, because I have, of course, as we all do, young, you know, Gen X and stuff, and, you know, we all know hoodies was big and popular, still are. Hey, I like me wearing a good hoodie too. There's nothing wrong with it. They keep you warm. So here's this, and I thought this die would be fun to use and just make as a fun, really shaped card. And so there's that, how it cuts out the hoodie, the, you know, the where you put your pockets and things. Here's to do for like the sleeves. Here's like for the neck part and everything. So that's just going to be fun. And here's some ideas of how to, you know, do it and everything. So that's what I like about Scrappy Boy's dies and everything. They do give you, you know, diagrams and things or ideas to show on the packaging, so that's really cool. So there's that. Next, here is this one. It's the leather jacket die. Now this is a new one too that just came out, so you see the actual size of that. I'm like, that's gonna be really fun to play with. So of course use it to put, so it gives you, know, to make the collar and everything, and just some really cool ideas of how to use these things. I am missing a certain die. I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, I actually had to go. I thought it was in this set, but I had ordered it off of scrapbook.com. So again, there's the jacket, and so here's like a diagram of what it's gonna make. So that's gonna be fun to play with. And that's the actual size. So it makes, let's see, it is about, this is a good size. So yeah, it's about 6 inches. Now maybe 6 1/4. And then that's tall, and then at its widest point, it's about 5 and, what is it, 4/4? Yeah, my measurements are not the best, but I would say just a little shy over 5 1/4. So there's that. So that's gonna make a really nice size. That's just gonna make, and there's the actual size right there. So just under 5.5 wide, over 6.25 tall. So that gives you an idea. You know, all you have to do sometimes is just look further and read. So there's that. Then the next thing, which is what I was really going after, is this die. So in more of the closer family knit that we have a nurse in our one of our girls. She's a registered nurse, and so her birthday's coming up, and so I thought this would be a really cute little die set to make and use for like a birthday card for her. And so I am going to go ahead and use this one, but I thought this was really cute. So as you see, when you turn it over, it gives you some ideas again of how to use the die set, you know. So there's that. So, you know, there's your stethoscope in here. You've got, you know, of course, the top and everything, and then, you know, like the little name tag thing you can put there. So there's that, some dies to cut, like, you know, to give you like trim around the neck area, as well as, you know, the pockets in the front of the shirt there. So I am going to go ahead and get some papers going. I know I'm gonna be a little bit slow, so I will definitely, you know, show the good parts, and we'll get going here. So as I say, get your groove on. Okay, as you can see, I had fun, you know, cutting out and things like that. So what I will do is, here's the card. So let me get one of my magnets and put on it. So I had really a lot of fun making this card. So what I ended up doing, sorry about that. What I ended up doing was using some new things that I had in there. So as you know, again, we started with this. So this is the new, which is, you know, the Scrappy Boy's stamp for the scrubs, you know, for that. So I ended up cutting the top, and I used cardstock from Spellbinders. So I stayed in these two colors. I used Waterfall and I used Teal Topaz to make the top of the scrub. A piece of glue stuck on it. I used some black cardstock, my signature metallic, and then I took some stickers from ones that I had on hand that I use because I go to, you know, local craft stores, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. Again, I have my other one I'm able to go to in Dixon, and, you know, I grab stickers from there, papers from there. So I'm all over. I support, you know, where I can. So for the frame, this is an older set. I'm not sure if you can get this anymore, but I just thought this was finally one of those times to, you know, shop the stickers, shop the stash, you know, because I'm only limited to what I can do. Hand, you know, still healing. But anyway, put that, you know, just around there to give it a little bit of character, to kind of break up some of that other color that was going on. The paper in the back that I use, oh, and then before I get to this, other stickers that I used was from this one. This one happens to be like a nurse kind of doctor kind of theme. So I pulled, you know, put one of the hearts on the little pockets. I pulled like this to represent the little roll of tape. Here's a little thing, you know, to do like the shot, because we know typically that's what nurses do. And then there's a little lollipop and then some, you know, of course, a band-aid and stuff. So yeah. So there's that to help that along to make the top of the, you know, of the scrub. So for the background, as well as these things, I don't know if you recognize, again, I did say I am a Griffinite. So I went in my stash, and when I say I have a stash and plethora of stuff, I do. So here's what my stash is stored in. And as you see, apologies for the rattling of the paper, but I have stickers of Anna Griffin events that I have done in the past to last me a lifetime. So I'm glad I did pull this out, because I was getting ready to go back through here and break up some of this and give some of these to one of my good friends, Lisa, because we were talking the other day about this, and I know she makes cards and donate them. So I know that they'll get more use than what I'll be able to do. As again, I have stuff in my craft that will last probably 5 lifetimes over. So this is one. So I'm going to break it up, give her some, and if anybody else I know wants some, I'll give them some too. And keep some of the, you know, keep a few back that I'm going to use myself. So I reached in there, found this one that says on your special day, and then I found these cute little matching flowers and thought I would put it on there. The paper also came from the paper packs that you get in events, you know, for stuff. And these are, I could not tell you which event this is from. I have done at least maybe 4 or 5 creative events with Anna Griffin. So I have accumulated a lot of stuff. Beautiful dies, beautiful stickers. But I just know she's generous about that. She gives you plenty to use to make cards and stuff, a plethora. So I have a lot. They're just sitting. So I'd rather give them away and know that, give them to crafters that I know are going to use them now to, you know, make beautiful things. So there's how that came to be. So yeah, so I just ended up taking the paper, cutting it down to 10 by 7, scored at 5, and then that's how this came to be about. The last, this part here actually is on the back side. So what I did was, what was left over from here after I cut it, I just flipped it over, glued it on to break up some of that, to give some different interesting, you know, to the background. And there you go. I've not put anything in here yet, a greeting or sentiment, and I may even decorate it inside. But I just wanted, you know, to use it to make something pretty that I know that my one of my daughters will like for her birthday. And, you know, just thought that's how this little, you know, simple card came to be. Oh, one more thing. For the bee, I ended up using this little cute little stamp here. And as you, again, go back in your craft rooms, and I'm quite sure we all still have some of the wooden blocks, and use those, you know, if you have, it's always good to keep the bare essentials, like a good, you know, alphabet set. Again, you might want some flowers, you might want some other just kind of sayings, you know, things like that. But I know I kept a few of those like that. But I did that and used these. And then for the ink, I ended up stamping B on here, which for Becca. And so then I used my Gina K white pigment ink and just stamped it on there. And that's how this little card came to be about. So just really fun using new and old and just creating this little sweet card. So on that note, I am going to finish up and then take a break and then of course rest my hand. But it was fun to get back into the groove of things. So I will link what I can down in the description box. But on that note, I will catch you in the next one.